My name is Timothy Cia Ledesma, and I am applying to the Psychology PhD program at the University of New Mexico. My interest in psychology began long before I had the language for it. Growing up between Taiwanese culture at home and Filipino society outside of it, I learned multiple languages at once, but I didn't experience them separately. They merged into a single system. Even at a young age, I could feel how different worldviews were embedded in the grammar, values, and expectations of each language. This made me distinctly aware of how belief systems and social norms shape the way human beings interpret reality. As I grew older, I became increasingly curious about why societies develop conflicting logics. This tension pushed me towards a more fundamental question: where do our beliefs come from, and what evolutionary pressures shape the way we think? My current interest revolves around the idea that religion may have acted as cognitive scaffolding, you might even say, for intelligence. Our minds first evolved for social navigation, then anthropomorphizing natural forces may have helped early humans manage existential fear through familiar social mechanisms. Something like the river god is angry transformed this chaos and uncertainty into problems solvable through social behaviors like appeasement or sacrifice. This early form of meaning-making may have paved the way for both religious thought, maybe even later, logical reasoning. This leads me to a hypothesis that I want to pursue at UNM, that social, religious, and logical modes of thought may draw on overlapping neural circuits and potentially compete for limited cognitive resources. Understanding how these domains interact could help us answer why groupthink emerged so predictably and so often, and many other questions. My interest in Dr. Geoffrey Miller's work comes from this exact intersection. His exploration of sexuality as evolutionary roots of intelligence provides a powerful framework for understanding modern cognition. His writing in The Mating Mind sparked questions for me about how developmental experiences, resource scarcity, and early attachment disruptions, in connection to his work, might activate latent psychological adaptations. This may include traits we currently label as psychopathic. This perspective also aligns with Dr. Yeater's work, where sexual victimization and mate attraction may be shaped by evolved responses to harsh environments. Understanding these behaviors through evolutionary logic can shift narratives away from moral judgment and move it towards more biological and environmental explanations. I am also interested in altered states of consciousness. Dr. Vigil's methodological approaches on cannabis uses techniques that I could apply to substances like psilocybin, which we know that temporarily reorganize cognition and disrupt maladaptive patterns. This is very helpful for addiction and depression. Ultimately, I hope to contribute a more rigorous and empirical grounded evolutionary framework that explains human behavior without relying on transcendental narratives that usually spark conflict. UNM is the institution where I believe these ideas can be tested, refined, challenged, and even strengthened. Thank you for considering my application.